You'd think the Democratic Party would have learnt from their historic, absolute annihilation in the 2024 election. People aren't interested in men physically beating a woman up during a sports match while he pretends to be a female just because he's wearing a skirt and taking some Frankenstein concoction, which doesn't and cannot ever change his biology. People are actually not that fond of constantly being beaten over the head with labels like racist, homophobe, white supremacist, Nazi, bigot, and the list goes on. People realized equality actually means racism, like real racism, and that, of course, was the purpose of DEI from the start. Well, David Hogg has just been ousted from a DNC vice chair position after a committee found that he wasn't properly elected to leadership. Why? The Washington Post reports the challenge to the election was filed more than 2 months ago, before Hogg's announcement about primary challenges by Callan Free, an Oklahoma activist who unsuccessfully sought one of the vice chair slots in the Feb 1 election. She argued the DNC broke its rules on gender diversity in party officer elections, invalidating the election of Hogg and a second vice chair, Malcolm Kenyatta. Now, let's be clear, we're no defenders of Hogg, the most malnourished beta male we've ever encountered. However, he has made some good points regarding the downfall of the Democratic Party. He does seem to have some self-awareness, which is not the usual trait we could attribute to the left. Take a listen to his recent appearance on Bill Maher.
Right now, what I think happened last election is younger men, they would rather vote for somebody who, even if they don't completely agree with, they don't feel judged by, than somebody who they do agree with, that they feel like they have to walk on eggshells around constantly because they're going to be judged or ostracized or excommunicated. And what's interesting about this moment is it feels like the two parties in some senses have flipped, where, Republicans used to be the judgmental assholes in many ways. And since many Democrats, despite us, I would say for most of us coming from the right place of wanting to do the right thing, we've created a culture where we say, well, if you say the wrong thing, you're excommunicated. And that's just not how human beings work. Nobody is perfect, but ultimately what we have to do here is figure out how to bring people back in and work towards the bigger goal of advancing the future of this country and helping young people especially get by so that they're able to focus on their lives and, getting with a young woman or something like that instead of how are they going to pay their rent, for example, or how are they working their 2 jobs. Young people should be able to focus on what young people should be focused on, which is how to get laid and how to go and have fun.
David Hogg for president, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you. We'll see you back here, I'm sure, very soon.
It was all pretty common sense delivery up until the point where he said the aim of young people should be sleeping around. But he was right on the fact that the Democratic Party has spent the past several years berating people, instantly disavowing people on their side who dare even ask a question that causes even the possibility of shattering their very fragile belief systems coded in victimhood and soy-lined smooth brains. To be honest, we see that going on a lot on both sides these days. Hypocrisy doesn't look good on anyone. However, the point of the story here really is that ultimately DEI is dead to everyone with any ounce of common decency these days, except for the Democratic Party. It seems the screeching activists haven't learnt their lesson. This is a classic case of the left eating their own, leftist policies that are self-consuming and not sustainable in the real world. Maybe David should clap back and say he's trans now. Democrats can't be seen to be bigots now, can they? With millions of people across the country looking to diversify their portfolios in a time of extreme uncertainty, let's be honest, there is a new way to take advantage of the crypto world and not get left behind. If you're ready to talk to a company that is already provably rapidly accelerating American retirement wealth, contact our partners at dailypulsecrypto.com. They are globally recognized crypto experts with the lowest fees and no complicated jargon when it comes to investing your IRA. They're demystifying a world that has been inaccessible for so many everyday investors looking to turbocharge their retirement plans. They're outperforming the market with market-leading management, state-of-the-art technology systems, and trade analytics, and no hidden fees. It's time to contact a team you can trust. Visit dailypulsecrypto.com today and talk to a company that is empowering all Americans to take control of their financial future by providing secure, intelligent, and accessible cryptocurrency investment within the familiar structure of an IRA. That link again is dailypulsecrypto.com. That's dailypulsecrypto.com.